Hello everyone, welcome to this lecture. In this section, we are going to focus on lists in Python. So a list is a collection of items that are ordered and changeable. They are created using square brackets, and items in lists are separated by commas. A list can store items of different types, for example, integers, string, or even other lists. And we can access the list elements using index, starting from 0. Let me illustrate it with an example. In order to declare and initialize a list called fruit here, we are having a square bracket here, and there are three elements in this list of mine, and they are separated by a comma. So you see here, there are strings. This is why we are having double quotes. There are three elements, and they are separated by commas here, and they are declared in square brackets here, sorry. In order to access elements of a list, we can simply use the print function, type down the name of the list, and then the index. Okay, so because our indexing system starts from 0, we are having three elements with these indexes. So apple is the first one, so the index is 0. Banana is the second one, the index is 1, and cherry is the third element in this list, but its index is 2. So 0, 1, 2 are the indices in this list of us, okay, of ours. This is very important to note that all of the lists start from indexing 0. Please keep that in mind. So if I want to print the first element of this list, I'm going to type down the name of the list, and in the square brackets, I'm going to type down the index. So if I want to print apple, I'm typing down index 0. If I want to print banana, I'm typing down index 1. And if I want to print out cherry, I'm typing down the index 2 here. So let me run this code. So when we run this code, we see in the output apple, banana, and cherry. So in this video, we learned about lists and how to create them and how to access the elements of a list. In the next videos, in this section, we are going to dive into deeper concepts of lists, and we are going to have some practical coding exercises, so we can have a comprehensive view and understanding of lists in Python. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to learn how to measure the length of a list. So we are declaring this list called fruits. It is having three elements. It's very easy to say that when we are having a small list, we can simply count the number of elements of this list here. However, if we are having a very large list that is containing like 200, 300 elements, it's very hard to uh, check the length of the list manually and start like saying, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Therefore, we have a reserved function in Python called len and parentheses that is going to return the number of items in a list. So let me give you an example. We are having this list here, and in order to measure the length of the list, I'm printing out the len function, and in the parentheses, I'm putting the fruit. So basically, the function is this fruits, okay? So this is the function. We are typing down the name of the function, and then in parentheses, I'm typing down the name of my list. And because I want to print this value, I'm putting it in the print parentheses. So when I run this code, I see it says 3. So in this video, we learned how to use the len function to know the number of items in a list. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome to another lecture. In this video, we're going to talk about list operations, in particular membership test using in and not in. So this is in and this is not in syntax. So we use in to check if an item exists in a list, and we use not in to check if an item does not exist in a list. For example, we would like to write a program to check if apple is in the list and if grape is not in the list. To do that, we are having a list called fruits, and there are 3 elements in this list: apple, banana, and cherry. So the membership test is the following. To check if apple is in the list, we are having the print function. I'm typing down the apple, the element or the string that we want to check if it is existing in the fruits list or not. So simply I type down the apple, then I use the in keyword and then the name of the list, which is fruits. So I'm saying, is apple existing in the fruit list? So the output we expect to see true. Why? Because apple exists indeed in the fruits list. Why? It is the first element. And then we are checking to see if grape is not included as one element in fruits list, and we expect to see true again in the output because it is true that grape is not an element of fruits list. So let me run this code. All of them, both of the answers are true because apple is inside the fruits list here and grape is not in the fruits list. So let me have another example here. So for example, we could say uh, banana not in fruits, and the output we expect to see false. Why? Because banana, we are saying banana is not in fruits. We are checking this membership. The output is false. Why? Because banana is already there. So banana is one of the elements of these fruits. So when I print another time banana in fruits, I expect to see the output true here. So let me run the code. We see for the first two, as we discussed, the answers are true. For the third one, banana is not in fruits. It is false because indeed banana exists in fruits. And then the last one, it is true because banana is in fruits. Is it true? Is this statement true? Yes, banana is in fruits. But banana is not in fruits. Is this statement true? No, this is not true. Why? Because banana is indeed in fruits. Grape is not in fruits. Is this statement true? Yes, so the output is true. Apple is in fruits. Is this statement true? Yes, it is true, so the output is true. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome to this lecture. In this video, we are going to talk about how to modify a list. So lists are mutable in Python. It means that we can change their elements by accessing their index or performing certain operations. We are going to write a program to replace the second item in a list with orange. Okay, so our original list is here. So it's called fruit. It has 3 elements: apple, banana, and cherry. And we also learned that the index of banana is 0. The index of apple is 0, the index of banana is 1, and the index of cherry is 2. So we would like to write a program to replace the second item in the list with orange. So the second item in the list is banana. We're going to modify this banana and replace it with orange. But how can we do that? It's very easy. We type down the name of the list and the index of the second item, banana, which is the index is 1. Based on 0, starting from 0, the banana index is 1. And we are setting equal sign to orange. This way, I'm modifying the second element of this list. After that, I'm printing my list. How? I'm using the print keyword and put down the name of the list. So when I run this code, we see that apple, orange, and cherry is being now printed in the output. But what if I would like to change cherry to something else? So for example, I would like to modify cherry. So I would type down the name of my list and the index of my third element, which is cherry, and the index is 2. And I'm going to uh, have the equal sign, and I'm just typing down pineapple. Okay, so now I would like to replace cherry with pineapple and then print out the fruit list. So when I run this code, I see this new list of mine here: apple, orange, and pineapple. So this is basically are the rules of how to access certain elements in a list for further modification. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome to another coding exercise. We would like to talk about how to understand the index of one element in a list. So we would like to write a program to find the index of banana in the list that contains apple, banana, and cherry. So this is my list called fruits, and apple, banana, and cherry are 3 elements in this list. In order to have the index of banana in my list, I can use this code. So name of my list dot index, and then in the parentheses I'm typing down the name banana, because this is the element, this is the banana is the element that I'm looking for its index in the fruits list. So I put down, because I want to see the output, I put down this line in the print parentheses keyword. So when I run this, it says 1. So it means that the fruits list is having the banana element at the index 1. Okay, so this is how to find the index of one element in a list. So let me give you another example here. I can have fruit.index, then apple, and then cherry here as well. So let me have this parenthesis here. Sorry. So I want to also know about the index of apple and also to know about the index of cherry. So when I run this code, I see 0 to be the index of apple, which is true, and I see cherry to be the index of 2, and it is true because this one is 0, this one is 1, and this one is indeed 2. It is very useful when we have a big list and we would like to check something specifically to see first if that item exists in our list, and then, okay, if it exists, what is the index of this item in my list? So, and then we would like to do some further, for example, operations on that element. This is how Python is making our life easier. We can use these functions to easily access anything in our list here. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome to another lecture. In today's video, we're going to talk about the count function. So the count function returns the number of occurrence of a specific item in the list for us. So here we would like to write a program to count the number of times apple appears in this list. Okay, so here I'm initializing and declaring and initializing a list called fruits. Then this list is having 4 elements: apple, banana, apple, and cherry. And for example, if we have a very large list, we would like to know how many times this apple is being repeated in that specific list. To do that, we can use the name of the list dot count function, and in parentheses we're going to type down, for example, apple. Okay, this is how we can work with the count method or count function. And because we want to see the output of this line of code, we put it in the print parentheses. So when I run this code, I see 2 in the output. Why? Because there are 2 repetition of apples to occurrence of apple in this list. But if I want to, for example, investigate another element, for example, banana, when I run this code, I expect to see number 1 as you see it here. Yeah. Why? Because banana is only happening one time. There is no repetition for banana. Only one time it appears in the fruits list. Therefore, using this count method or function, we can count the number of times one element is being repeated. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to learn how to work with the copy function. So the copy function creates a copy of our list. So we would like to write a program to create a copy of our list. So our list is called fruits. It has 3 elements, apple, banana, and cherry. And then we are going to have a new list called new list. And then we are using our list called fruits.copy with empty parentheses to copy this fruit list into our new list here. And then I'm using the print function to print out the new list for myself. So when I run this code, I'm printing the new list as you see it here, and it is showing apple, banana, and cherry, exactly the same elements as the fruits list. Why? Because everything that was in the fruit list was copied to this new list here using this line of code. So we can simply type down the name of our current list dot copy and empty parentheses to copy whatever that is inside that list in another list, for example, a new list or another list, for example, here. So I can have another list called X. This list is called X, and I'm typing down fruits.copy here. And then I'm printing this list that is called X. As you see, the fruit list is also copied and pasted into the list that is called X. And when we are printing the X here in the output, using this line, we see that apple, banana, and cherry is there. So simply using the copy keyword, we can copy and paste everything in another list. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome to this lecture. In this video, we're going to learn how to modify a list using 3 predefined functions in Python. First append, then extend, and then insert. So append adds an item to the end of the list. So using append function, we can use only one item each time that we're using and calling this function to the list. Having the extend function, we can add multiple items at the same time to the end of the list. And using the insert function, we can insert an item to the list at a specific position. So let us illustrate these with an example. So we would like to write a program to append orange to the list, extend the list with grape and melon, and then insert kiwi at index 1. Let me illustrate it. So we are having this original list called fruits. It has 3 elements, apple, banana, and cherry. So when I have this list, the index of apple is 0, banana is 1, and cherry is 2. And we were told to append orange to the list. To do that, I'm typing down the name of the list dot append, which is the name of the function, and in parentheses, I'm typing down in double quotes because it's a string orange when calling this append function. So one more time, fruits, the name of the list dot append, and in parentheses I'm typing down the elements that I would like to add, and because in this case our item is a string, we are having double quotes. Okay, and then I'm printing the fruit list one more time. So here I expect to have apple, banana, cherry, and orange finally in the end. So orange is added after this modification to the list. Previously, we were having up until cherry. So let me comment the rest of the code so we see the output one by one. So when I run this code, I have this fruit list being printed: apple, banana, cherry, and orange. So now we learned how to use append to add orange to the end of at the end of our list. But this append is very useful when we want to add one item at a time to the list. If we want to add multiple items at the same time, it's better to use the extend function like here. So I'm typing down the name of my list, and I'm putting dot extend, which is the name of the function that we introduced above here and here also. And we were told to extend the list with grape and melon. Okay, so when we are having the parentheses, in the parentheses, we need to have a square braces. Be very careful about it. Sorry, square brackets, and then having two items separated by a comma. If we were having three items, we were going to have another comma here, then pineapple, for example, here. Okay. So I'm not going to add pineapple because it was asking only for grape and melon. So we use the extend function. We are having the parentheses here, as we see here. Extend has parentheses, but square brackets are used here and in the start and the end of the function before the end of parentheses, and then we are having grape and melon separated by a comma, and they're in double quotes because they are string. After that, we are printing out the fruit function. So we were having apple, banana, cherry, and orange. So up until here is the same as the last version of our list, but now we expect to have grape and melon in the output as well. So when I run this code, I see apple, banana, cherry, orange, grape, and melon. They are added to the list of ours here in the end. So extend function can help us to have multiple insertion at the same time. Finally, what if we want to add one element at a certain position? For that, we need to use the insert function. And the insert function takes two arguments in the parentheses. First, the index where we want to insert the new element, and in the second part, we are typing down the element that we want to insert. So here we are having the kiwi to be added in the index 1. So when I run this code, I expect to have apple as the index 0, kiwi as the index 1, and then the rest of the list like this as I'm typing down here. So everything as of index 1 is shifted to right because we inserted kiwi in index 1. So when I run this code, we see that kiwi is indeed added at index 1 here. So apple, kiwi, banana, cherry, orange, grape, and melon. So in this video, we learned how to modify a list in Python using append, extend, and insert functions. And we also learned the differences between them. For example, append can add item one at a time to the list, to the end of the list. Extend, however, can add multiple items to the list simultaneously in one go. And then we are having the insert function that can help us to insert one specific item at a one specific index or location in our list. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome to this lecture. In this video, we're going to learn how to modify a list using remove, pop, delete, or del, and clear functions in Python. So basically, when we are calling the remove function, we need to put one item in parentheses, and it is going to remove the first occurrence of the item that is mentioned in parentheses. Then we can have the pop function. It is going to remove the item at the specific index. So in the parentheses, we can type down the index, or the last item is going to be removed if no index is specified in parentheses. Then we are having the del keyword, the delete keyword it means, and then the list name, and then the index in a square brackets. It is going to delete the item at the specific index. And finally, we can have the clear function that is going to remove all elements from the list. Let me illustrate it with an example. So we would like to write a program to remove banana, pop the last item, which is this function here, delete the first item, and then clear the list. Okay, to do that, I'm having one list called fruit, and it is containing of 4 elements. It is containing 4 elements: apple, banana, cherry, and orange. So it says that use the remove function to remove banana. To do that, I'm typing down the name of my list dot remove, and in parentheses, as indicated here, we need to type down the name of the item. So I'm typing down the name of the item, remove banana. So banana is typing down here, and now I'm printing out the fruit list here. So let me comment these parts because we're going to uncomment them step by step. So I'm removing banana from the list, and then I'm printing out the list. So I expect to see apple, cherry, and orange when I'm printing out the fruit list after this modification. So this banana must have been removed, must be removed. So we are seeing apple, cherry, and orange. Indeed, this remove function helped us to remove the banana string from this list. Then we are having the pop function here. So it says pop the last item. So we learned that pop can have some index in the parentheses. So if we indicate the index in the parentheses, it is going to specifically remove the item at that index. Or if we do not indicate an index in parentheses using the pop function, it is going to by default remove the last item. And it says pop the last item, so it means that we are not needing to have any index in the parentheses. So I'm typing down the name of the list, then dot pop, and with nothing in the parentheses, so it is going to remove the last element, which is orange here. So this is our last version of the list: apple, cherry, and orange. And then I'm calling the pop function with no index in the parentheses, so it is going to by default remove the last item, which is orange here. So we expect to see our list containing only apple and cherry when we are going to call this fruit list one more time and print the output. So when I run this code, we see yes, apple and cherry. So orange is now removed after using the pop function for the fruit list. Okay, then it says delete the first item. But how do we do that? So this is the syntax for using the delete function, or del. So del, then space, name of the list, and in square brackets we are going to type down the index of the item that we want to be deleted. So here we are having the code del keyword, the name of the list is fruits, and we want to delete the first item as the problem is stating here. So the first item is having index 0. I'm removing the first item and I'm printing out the list fruit one more time. So when I run this code, the last version of my list was containing apple and cherry, and then I del the first item of the fruits list. So I expect not to see the apple anymore when I run the code, and see only cherry, because using this we remove the first element of this list. So yes, we are seeing only cherry in the output after we are removing the first element of the fruits list using the del keyword. Okay. After that, it is asking us to clear the list. In order to clear the list, we are having the fruits dot clear and nothing in parentheses. And we are printing out the fruit list one more time, and we expect to see nothing in the list, so we are clearing the list and there will be no item in the list after calling the clear function for the fruits list. So let me run the code one more time. Yes, we see an empty list here. So in this coding exercise, we learned how to modify a list using remove, pop, del, and clear function. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we are going to learn about another list operations. In particular, we are going to learn about repetition. So we use the star operator to repeat a list a specific number of times. Let me illustrate it with an example. We would like to write a program to repeat the list apple and banana 3 times. To do that, we are declaring and initializing a list called fruits, and it is containing apple and banana separated by a comma. So there are 2 elements in this list. To do the repetition, I'm having a repeated fruits list here, and it is equal to fruits, this original list, times 3. Very easy syntax. Okay, then I'm printing the repeated fruits here in the output, and I expect to see apple, banana, apple, banana, and apple, banana, because this list is going to be repeated 3 times, and it is going to, let's say, copied and pasted 3 times in the repeated fruits list. So when I run this code, I see apple, banana. This is the first time of repetition. Apple, banana, second time. Apple, banana. So 3 times the original fruits list is repeated in the repeated fruit list, using this star syntax to have the repetition in lists. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to learn how to work with the reverse function. So the reverse function reverses the order of the list. We would like to write a program now in this video to reverse a list. So this is our list called fruits, and it has 4 elements: apple, banana, cherry, and pineapple. And by reverse, we mean that apple should be replaced by pineapple and pineapple should be replaced by apple, so they're changing their positions. And also banana and cherry, the same thing happens for them as well. To do that, we are simply type down the name of the list dot reverse with empty parentheses, and then I print my list here. So when I run this code, I see pineapple, cherry, banana, and apple. So originally the list was lit like this. So in the output, we see the apple and pineapple, they switched their position, and also banana and cherry, they also switched their position. So simply using the reverse function in Python, we can reverse the elements of the list. So they're going to change their position, and a new list is going to be created based on this reverse function, in which the elements are reversed. The elements are reversed. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome to another lecture. In today's video, we are going to learn how to work with the sort function or method. So this function or method sorts the list in ascending order or descending order depending on how we work with it. So we would like to write a program to sort the list banana, cherry, and apple. So here is my list declared and initialized. It is called fruits. It has 3 elements: banana, cherry, and apple. And first of all, we would like to sort this list based on ascending order. To do that, I just type down the name of the list, then dot sort and parentheses, empty parentheses. So when I now print out the fruit list here in the output, so when I run this code, I see apple, banana, and cherry. So apple comes with an A, and then banana with a B and cherry with a C. However, originally the list was banana, cherry, and apple. Now it is in the ascending order, alphabetical order. How we did that? We simply just used the sort function to do this job for us, and after that we printed out the fruit list. But we can also do it in the descending order. How to do that? We simply again type down the name of the list and then dot sort. However, this time in parentheses we type down this keyword reverse equal true. This code is going to sort the list for us in the descending order. And after that, I'm printing out the fruit list one more time. And now when I print out the fruit list after the last modification in sorting the list in descending order, we see out in the output we have cherry, banana, and apple. Now it started from C and then B and then A, so it's in descending order. So in this video, we learned how to sort a list in ascending order and also in descending order. But just one point that we need to be careful about and keep in mind is that when we are willing to uh, sort our list in ascending order, we simply type down the list name dot sort and empty parentheses. However, when we want to do it in descending order, we type down the name of the list dot sort and then in parentheses we type down reverse equal true. So this is all we need to do. Everything else is taken care of. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone. We would like to write a program that creates a list of 5 numbers and then reverse the order of the list and print both the original and reversed lists. So this is my list. It has 5 elements, 3, 7, 1, 9, and 5. So we would like to print this list and also the reversed version of this list. And what is the reversed version? Reversed version is this one. So we have 5, 9, 1, 7, and 3. This is the reversed version of our original list here. Why? Because in the reversed version, we see that we start with 5 and end with 3. So 5 and 3 are changing their place. And also 9 and 7 are changing their place. So we are having a reversed version of this list that is called numbers. But how do we do it in the code? In order to do that, I type down the name of the list, which is numbers, and then colon -1. This code is going to help me to reverse the list, and this is assigned to a new list that is called reversed numbers. And finally, I'm using the print function to print the original list, which is called numbers, and the reversed list, which is called reversed numbers. When I run, we see the output is exactly as we expected here. So this is the reversed list and this is the original list. Basically, we learned how to reverse a list in Python simply by typing down the name of the original list and then typing down colon -1, and it is assigned to a new list that is called reversed numbers. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back. We would like to write a program that creates a list of 5 numbers. Find and print the largest number in the list. This is my list. It is called numbers. It has 5 elements, 12, 45, 7, 89, and 33. And we see the output is 89. So the largest number that we found is 89, which is indeed a true number, a correct number. To get to the largest number in a list, we type down the max function. So this is the max function. And in parentheses, we are going to use the numbers. This is the name of our list and it is assigned to a variable called largest underscore numbers. And in the output, we are using the print function to print the output, and we are typing down the largest number is, and then we are typing down with the comma, we're separating the message from the variable, and after comma, I type down the name of my variable, which is largest number. So, and then in the output, we see that using the max function, we could find the largest number. So using the max function, simply we can access to the largest number in a list. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome to another lecture. In this video, we are going to learn about list operations. In particular, we are going to learn how to add two lists and create the third list based on those two lists. So we're going to use the addition or plus operator to add two lists into one. So we would like to write a program to add two lists. So the first list is fruit containing of two elements, apple and banana. The second list is called vegetables, and it is containing carrot and spinach. To do that, we are declaring and initializing these two lists that are mentioned above. So we see the fruit list and we see the vegetable list. And we are having a new list called all items. And this is equal to fruits simply plus vegetables. And then we are printing out the all items list here. And we expect to see in the output first the elements of the fruits list and then the elements of the vegetables list, because we are first putting fruits and then vegetables. So when I run this code, in the output we see apple, banana, carrot, and spinach. So we learned in this video how to use the plus or addition operator to add two lists into one. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome to another lecture. In this video, we're going to talk about list operations. In particular, we're going to learn how to iterate over all the items of a list using for loops. We would like to write a program to print all items in the list. Here is our list, fruits, and it contains apple, banana, and cherry. Okay, so previously we learned about this code, so we can print fruits exactly like that. It is very easy to do it. Okay, but now we are going to learn how to access all the elements using a for loop, not basically printing out only the fruits list typically. Okay, now we would like to loop through the list. To do that, we are typing down the name, the for keyword, then a new variable I'm calling fruit. We can call it x for the sake of simplicity. So I'm declaring a new variable x, and this x is going to iterate over the elements of the fruits list. So for keyword, then a new variable, then in keyword, then the list that we would like to iterate over, and then the colon. That's it. Then when we are having the colon, we enter, we go to next line, and we are printing x. And x is going to iterate over all the elements of this list for us. So it is going to print all the elements of the list for us. So when I run this code, I see apple, banana, and cherry. Why? Because in the first iteration, x equals apple. In the second iteration, x equals banana. And in the third iteration, x equals cherry. And in each iteration, we are printing the value of x. Okay, so when x equals apple in the first iteration, we are printing apple. We see apple in the output. Then banana is equal to x, and then we are printing x, so banana is printed, and the same goes with the cherry. This is how we can use for loops in order to iterate over all the elements of a list. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we would like to find the third largest number in our list. This is our list. It is called numbers and it has some elements. and we would like to find a third largest number in this list. To do that, I'm printing using the print function. I type down the message third largest number, and then I call the third largest function. And this function basically is doing the work for us, and we are passing this list that is called numbers as the argument. Okay, now to do that, I'm having this list being converted to a set using the set function. Why? Because in set we do not allow duplicates. Okay, we do not allow duplicates in sets. So this is why we are first of all we are converting this list to a set, and then we are sorting this set. I'm going to tell you why not being allowed to have duplicates is important in this example. Then whatever is the output of this part is going to be assigned to the unique number. So we are having a set called unique numbers. So when I run this code, for example, here I'm printing this list, which is called numbers. Then I'm printing this unique numbers set as well here in the output. So when we are having it in the output you see the numbers is the same as we declared here, but the unique numbers is having 2, 5, 7, 9, and 10. So duplicates are removed. We were originally having two number 2s, and we were having two number 7s, but in this unique numbers, we are seeing that we are only having 1, 2, and 1, 7. And this is because of this set function that we use here. So if I remove this set function, and when I rerun the code, I see the unique numbers is being printed here as a list, and as a list when it is being printed you see the duplicates are there. So we are having two number 2s and two number 7s. So this unique numbers is being written here when we are not using the set function. We learned if we would like to access to the largest number, we type down the index -1. So when I type down the unique numbers, then here I'm having -3, for example, it is going to access the third number from right. Okay, so we are looking for the third largest number, and we sorted the list for ourselves here because we are removing the set. Okay, now this is the sorted list, and the third largest number is 7 as you see it here. So -3. So this function is going to basically sort these numbers list, then assign it to unique numbers list. Then we are going to access the third element from the right of this unique numbers list. And here is the third element from the right. We see number 7 is the third largest number. Okay, so in this example, this is correct. But if we wanted to look for the fourth largest number, what would have been the answer? When we are having this -4 here and I run the code, we see still it says let me type down fourth here, fourth. So when I run the code one more time, we see the fourth largest number is -7. So I type down -4 to access the fourth largest number. So this is the first largest number, second largest number, third largest number, and the fourth largest number is not 7 anymore because 7 is the third largest number. But because there is duplicate, the code is making a mistake. So the fourth largest number is 5, but we are having 7 in the output. This is why we need to convert this list to a set. Therefore, this set is going to remove duplicates. So when I run the code, you see the fourth largest number is 5, which is true because first largest number, second largest number, third largest number, and fourth largest number is 5. Okay, so this is important to remove duplicates. This is why we use this set function, and then we sort the converted list to a set, and we are assigning it to unique numbers. Therefore, we are not having any more duplicates in our code. So let me review it one more time. We are willing to find the third largest number. Here, let me type down third again. And let me type down -3 here again. I'm having this list. I'm calling my third largest function, and I'm passing as the argument this list that is called numbers. Then I'm using the set function to remove the duplicates. Then using the sorted function to sort it in ascending orders. When we are having a set in ascending order, we can simply understand the third number, the third element from the right will be the third largest number because it is sorted in ascending order and it has no duplicates value in it, okay? And it is assigned to unique numbers here. Then let me just comment these parts because these parts were added because I wanted to show you the output for better understanding and analyzing the code. So then I'm using the name of this variable, which is unique underscore numbers, and using the brackets, I'm accessing the third largest number from the right. Because we learned if we type down -1, we can access the number from the right, the first number from the right. To access the second number from the right, we use -2. To access the third number from the right, we use -3. So this is how we can access to the third largest number in our list. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we would like to find the pair of numbers with the maximum product in a list. To find the maximum product in a list, we need to find the two largest numbers in our list, because if they are multiplied with each other, they are going to produce the maximum product. So we need to look for the two largest number in the list. So this is my list. I'm calling this function max product pair, and it is going to do the work for me. I'm passing as argument this numbers list. When I'm passing it, I'm using the set function to convert it to a set to remove duplicates. Then I'm using this sorted function in order to sort it in ascending order, and it is assigned to unique numbers. Then when I print unique numbers, just for better understanding, we see that the unique numbers set here is sorted in ascending order, and the maximum numbers in this set for us are 10 and 20. So if 10 is multiplied by 20, it is going to produce the maximum product in our list. So if 10 is multiplied by 3, it is lower than 10 multiplied by 20. Any numbers that are in this list, if they are being multiplied with each other, are lower than the product of 10 multiplied by 20, because these are the largest numbers in our set. And to access these two numbers, we initialize two variables called max1 and max2. To access the last element of this set, I type down the name of it, and then using the -1 index to access the last element from the right, and then -2 here to initialize it to a second variable called max2. And then finally, I'm returning these two variables. So when I run the code, we see that the pair with maximum product is 20 and 10. So these two numbers, if being multiplied to each other, they are going to produce the maximum product in our list. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we would like to append a list to a second list. I'm having two lists here, list 1 and list 2. Each of them is having 3 elements, 1, 2, 3 for the list 1 and 4, 5, 6 for list 2. Then I print the message in the output appended list. Then I call the append list function, and I'm passing two lists as arguments. They are separated by a comma. And basically here, this function, what it is going to do is the following. It is going to return list 1 plus list 2. So list 1 plus list 2 is going to append the list for us, and we see in the output. So when I run, I see that 1, 2, 3 is from the first list and 4, 5, 6 is from the second list. So we see that here, using this example and using the plus operator or addition operator, we could append two lists into each other. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we would like to write a program that creates an empty list called shopping_list and add 3 items of our choice to the list. For example, apple, bread, and milk. Then print each item from the list on a new line. To address this problem, we're going to create an empty list like this, and it is going to have no element in the beginning because it's an empty list. Then we are going to use the append function. So this is the function that we have, and using the append function, we are adding new elements to this empty list. So first we are typing down the name of the list, dot append, and in parentheses we type down the string that we would like to be added to this shopping list. For example, apple, bread, and then milk is added to this shopping list. And then in order to print each item from the list on a new line, we need a for loop, because if we use the print function and simply type down the name of the list, it is going to print the whole list for us and not to print each item from the list on a new line. Because we want to do that, we need a for loop, and we are going to iterate through the list, and in each iteration we are going to print one element for each item in shopping list. Shopping list is the name of the list, and item is the iterating variable that we are creating here. So for each item in the shopping list, print item. So in the first iteration, item equals apple. In the second iteration, item equals bread. And in the last iteration, item equals milk. So, and in the first iteration, it is going to print apple. So when I rerun the code, apple is being printed. In the second iteration, bread is printed, and in the last iteration, milk is being printed in the output. So this is how we can create an empty list, then add items to the list, and how to print the items in the list one by one. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we would like to write a program that creates a list of 3 numbers, for example, 10, 20, and 30, then calculate and print the sum of the numbers in the list. So here is my list. I am declaring and initializing a list called numbers, and it has 3 elements, 10, 20, and 30. In order to calculate the sum of the elements in this list, we can use the sum function, and then in parentheses I'm going to type down the name of the list. So this sum function is going to add all of the numbers and calculate the sum of all the numbers in this list, and then it is going to be assigned to a variable called total. So we are basically using this sum function calculating the sum of the numbers in the numbers list, which are 10, 20, and 30, and it is going to be then assigned to variable called total. Then in the final stage, we're going to show the message the total is, and then type down the variable name. So when I run the code, I see in the output the sum is 60. So 10 plus 20 is 30, 30 plus 30, it's 60. And we can have, for example, more numbers here. For example, if I add another number, we see the sum is 110. Then if I have another number, it will be recalculating all the sum of the numbers in this list after each run. Thank you for watching.